What's up, you guys? John here for Obese to Beast with
Humorous Fitness from Brian Turner. Was that backwards?
That was
Brian Turner from Humorous Fitness.
Well, okay, so this is Brian, but this is gonna be a new series that I'm thinking about trying out. I'm honestly putting this video up hoping you guys like it. It's gonna be basically commonly asked questions that I feel like deserve its own video. Nothing too crazy, it's very low key, just the camera and two buds talking about a question that I get questioned about a lot, and obviously I wanted to bring Brian along because he has a lot of information that I might not have, and just another, I guess, brain to be in the video.
When you bounce ideas off each other, you expand what you were thinking in the first place anyway.
And it gets really boring when I start ranting by myself in my room.
Yeah, it's better with two people.
The question, you guys can tell by the title of the video, is gonna be, do I need to track macros right away when I'm losing weight? This is more for people that are like morbidly obese like I was when I first started. I wanted to bring this up because people ask me, what were your macros when you first started losing weight?
Yeah.
And I didn't track them at first. I don't think it's, if you can and if you're willing to do that, then that's great. But for me, honestly, it was like cut out fast food, because like
that's always
for someone that was like me, as big as I was and as many calories as I was eating probably like 5,000 a day. So it's hard if you cut out the junk food and then all the calories from water or the calories from liquid that you're drinking, so like sodas and juices and stuff. You're gonna lose weight, I promise you, especially if you're morbidly obese. Like if you have 100+ pounds to lose, you can lose the first 30 pounds. I don't want to say easily because it's not easy, but by just cutting out junk food. So
absolutely. That's always step number one.
Yeah.
Always, because you're still adding fat on adipose tissue because you're eating so much. So if you can just get rid of those things that are adding, that's the first step, and then you're not. Well, hopefully you are losing a little bit of weight, but even if you just stopped gaining weight, now you're starting to move in the right direction.
Exactly. And I bring this up because people, they message me and they get freaked out by when I talk about macros or when I talk about my macros or anyone's like what macros are.
It's overwhelming first.
It is, and I didn't track them for a long time. It was a fly.
Get it.
It was a cactus. And I didn't track for a long time. Honestly, mainly I would say, oh, it's too ridiculous, that's too much for me. But I was nervous. I was nervous to track macros because I was like, I'm gonna do it wrong, and it just seems like
it looks like a giant
out.
science math experiment.
Yeah, it does. But it's not that hard. But the whole reason of this video is I'm trying to tell you not to get too stressed about that stuff right away. Like, I always tell people to keep it really simple in the beginning because that's what worked. When people think about this, well, like back in the 20s, you know what I mean, before the science stuff was like prevalent, you know what I mean? People didn't track their macros to lose weight. They lost weight the old-fashioned way, and that's what I always recommend people do anyways, is because if you can lose the weight by just restricting your calories, not restricting, that's a terrible word to use, but cutting back on your calories and upping your exercise, that is the healthiest way to do it.
Absolutely.
Because that is what is sustainable over a long period of time. That's what I think.
And just like exchanging some of the bad stuff, some of your bad habits, like drinking soda all the time, if you exchange that with drinking now water all the time.
You attacked my bug.
Thank you for taking care of that bug. I was waiting for it to get out of my ear. But just by improving like the quality of foods that you're eating, you're gonna be full like faster. You're gonna fill up faster because like when you eat sugary stuff, you drink sugary stuff, it goes through you so fast.
So fast.
And makes you more hungry.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Or like more dehydrated or whatever, so you want to get more soda.
They really like your ear.
They really want my ear.
I can't help it.
Take care of me! I'm just trying to make a point.
I'm just trying to make a point. These flies won't let me make it. But I totally get what you're saying. And now, when you get down to like with me, the reason I started tracking was because I was to a point where I was at a sticking point and like a plateau, which a lot of people use, and I could not break it. You remember that? Like I was like, I haven't lost weight, gained weight in like 3 months. It was a long time.
You're starting to get irritated.
And I was getting so frustrated. So it's one of those things where I tell people, I tell you guys probably heard this, that like make yourself your own science experiment. Like, because if you try something and it doesn't work, oh well, it was a week wasted, but it was a week that you learned something that you thought might work and it didn't, but now you know that that's not going to work for you.
So it wasn't a waste at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Absolutely. So that's why I was like, I thought that I couldn't. Honestly, I thought that I couldn't track macros because I wouldn't be able to figure it out. I was really that nervous about it. But I'm glad that I am. But the whole point of this video is I'm trying to tell people that it's not necessary at all to start your weight loss journey at all. It really isn't.
Don't be overwhelmed by thinking that that's what you need to do, because that's not the first step. That's step, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's a step that I recommend, but not the first step that I recommend. You know what I mean? That's like going from the boat and then going straight into a rocket ship. And not, that was a terrible analogy.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
That's going straight from point A to try and get into point Z times 12.
Yeah, that's like taking your training wheels off and then jumping on Harley Davidson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Like, don't let the Harley Davidson stop you from hopping onto the training wheels and learning how to ride first.
There's nothing wrong with being kind of lost in the beginning. Because I like, you can't, just because you think that, you see these people that are like, especially like on Instagram and stuff, that are so on point, it seems like, trust me, they're probably not as on point as you think. Everyone messes up. But you see that, and like I would get nervous and be like, I could never do that. But you have to understand that they had to take steps to get to where they are. So I just wanted to make that point. Tracking macros, I don't think it is necessary at the very beginning of your weight loss journey. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like this style of video. I really had fun talking. It's really simple for me to make. I'm just trying to find ways to get more content out to you guys, to help you guys out as much as possible. Make sure you check out Brian. He'll be in all of these videos. I probably won't even mention him anymore in the videos because he'll just be part of them. But yeah, seriously, thank you guys for checking out the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I think Brian wanted to say, actually.
Look how buff I am!